If you're wondering what is this figure, this lolly figure doing on my desk over here, well, it is relevant to the topic today. Yeah, just enjoy the view over here. Hi everyone and welcome back to X-Kane Studio. I'm Steven. Today I'm here to discuss with you guys this one particular announcement I saw on this website called myfigurecollection.net. Now do take note that you need to be signed in as a member to see this announcement on the homepage of this website itself. If you are not signed in or you are not even a member, you won't see it, right? There are two topics I would like to discuss about today, but anyways, to those of you who does not know about myfigurecollection.net, it is perhaps the largest anime figure database on the internet. If you are looking for one particular anime figure, you want to know the figure manufacturer, you want to know the release date and the price, you want to see user photos, this is the website to go for. You don't even need an account to see all this information, but I do highly suggest to sign up a free account because you can subscribe to individual figures trades and forums and so on, and when a figure is finally being released, you won't miss out on a pre-order payment because you're being notified for it. So there is no harm in signing up an account there. Okay, so now we move on to the main topic. So with this new announcement published on the 29th of September, there are several topics being discussed and will be having changes in this website. But what is really relevant to this video today, to this channel, is these two topics over here: original figures with non-Japanese makers and also changes to Lolly and Shota packs. That will be a pretty interesting one, right? Everything else are really less important, so I won't be going through them. If you want to check them out, log in the site and read them for yourself. Okay, so the first one, which is the most important and possibly good news to all of us. So what I'm getting from this announcement is that at least for the early stages of the upcoming changes, most of them are about original characters and their figures, how do you define Japanese and so on, but this really isn't the exciting part. The exciting part is back on the main paragraph as well as the title of this section in a whole. So in the first paragraph, it was mentioned we are working on gradually loosening our rules to allow for more variety in consideration of changed markets. Well, Genshin Impact is Chinese, Arknights is Chinese, Azulane in a sense is also Chinese, so think about that for a second, and they are virally popular nowadays. And the very best part is the title of this topic itself, which states original figures by non-Japanese makers. So this is big news and we hope that it really comes true because potentially figure brands like Mietos, Apex Toys, Weebos, and so on, these figure companies and all of their figures might make it to myfigurecollection.net's database. Finally, man, finally. I have been waiting for this to happen. If you were to ask me why all this while MFC never allowed non-Japanese content to be added to the website, the reason is very simple. Imagine if they loosen things up without having clear-cut rules, people would start adding Western comics stuff into the website. Hot Toys, Avengers, Marvel characters, DC characters, and it will just make the website a huge clutter, overload the server, and anime stuff, Japanese stuff might get overshadowed by the more mainstream Marvel and DC comics, and that is definitely the last thing we want to happen to a website that represents Japanese media and anime, right? So I could understand why they limit everything that is not Japanese, not to mention the lack of moderators, administrators, and so on, as well as the burden on their servers. Alright, so that is all about the topic on adding non-Japanese figures to the website. It might be happening sometime very soon in the future. I'm excited for this. And then we move on to the next and the last topic. This is kind of a controversial one, and I certainly can understand why, given the sheer amount of SJWs and people who force their opinions on others on the internet. There are way too many of them nowadays. Well, part of the reason why I'm not very active on Twitter. But anyways, let's move on to see this second topic on the redefinition of lolly and shorter text. The reason here lolly and shorter text have proven somewhat controversial due to their subjective nature as well as the implications of the text due to their use in popular culture and by official sources such as publishers and stores. And then what they say is that they can't keep an eye on every text being placed on everything in the website. So the changes are lolly and shorter text will no longer be used as character traits. Instead, they will be used as a genre, which means they don't tag figures or characters with this lolly or shorter tag anymore. They will only tag it under the genre section. And then move on below, which is the most important part over here and something I don't agree with. In place of the aforementioned text such as child, childlike, adolescent, painted, etc. should be used exact ones to be decided. And then there's everything else in between which you can read for yourself. I'm not going to read out the whole thing and waste your time here. But in short, this is something I don't agree with at all because I think it might backfire very badly. It has to do with the definition of the word lolly and the word child, which is short for children, right? So when you think about it, the word lolly can have different definitions depending on your cultural backgrounds, where you come from, the society around you, and your exposure to various media. There are so many factors that the meaning can differ from people to people. However, with this specific case over here, you need to look at the context, which is in reference to anime and the characters, where the words lolly and shorter is a genre, a description for a very specific body type, where the character is of petite-sized, very small-sized, short, and young-looking. Well, they can be underage, but not always the case. In short, legal lollies do exist, but legal children does not exist, right? I personally love legal lollies.
Huh? 結婚しよう。なんて?
Like, bro, why would you even like lollies when Oppai and Oshri are way better, right? Well, I'm just a variety kind of person. I collect all kinds of figures regardless of their traits in terms of character design, body design, and so on. I go for everything as long as I like the character design. However, with regards to this issue, yeah, they can remove the words lolly and shorter from figure text, from character text. I do agree with that because advertisers might not like it. Understandable given that you need to make money, but at the same time, I don't agree with replacing those texts with child or childlike. The word petite is a lot more suitable for it. That's what I personally think. So, what do you think about this change? I don't think it is a very good change, and I hope the administrators listen to this. In the end, what do you think about this potential positive change about MFC where Chinese figures, characters will be finally added to MFC? Are you excited for it? What are your views on every other changes in MFC? Please do let me know down in the comments below. And if you're wondering what is this figure, this lolly figure doing on my desk over here, well, it is relevant to the topic today. And maybe I just want to trigger some of you guys over here. Yeah, just enjoy the view over here. And have a nice day. I shall see you guys again soon. Goodbye.